Hello everybody and welcome to this episode of Awesome Knots. I'm going to be going in and randoming third here as... Oh my god, why? So welcome to this episode of Awesome Knots. Today we're going to be playing as Leon Chameleon, or as is known in his home country, Leon Chameleon. Wait, really? That's pronounced chameleon? Huh, I thought that was going to be more fun to say. Kudos and shoutouts to Zifrank for his true facts about the Chameleon. Wait, Chameleon. I thought it'd be more fun to say joke that he did in his True Facts series, which is a hilarious series that I recommend you go watch. Despite the fact that it hasn't been updated in forever because Zifrank is too busy doing stuff with BuzzFeed and such, apparently, it turns out. I decided to do some research on him a while back because I was like, hey, where's the next True Facts about the insert the animal here? Yeah, it turns out it's not coming out because, he's too busy running a multi-million-dollar company. I don't think he's running the whole company, actually, now that I think about it. But I do know that he's doing something with BuzzFeed, and it's pretty big. So, you know what, like, you know, he's got to do what he's got to do in, you know, true facts about life right there. Today, we'll explore true facts about life. On our team, we have a Gnaw and a Screed. Now, we are up against a Jimmy, a Sentry, and a Fog. I can't seem to avoid facing flippin' Sentry today. It's such a... Oh, I hate that character. But we have options. So as a Leon, I have been told, as of the last time I played him, don't piggy bank. I still really badly want to. We are going to go for Tongue Stretcher second. I think it's more important that we get Cheese and Garlic Mints to start with. And the reason being, Silence against Frog and against Sentry both are very important. It also works wonders against Jimmy. Like, all three of them rely on their abilities a pretty decent degree. The difference here is that Sentry's the only one who can stay super far back to the point of, like, not caring about Leon. Like, he's got the most ridiculous garbage, you know, ability to just kind of sit back and not give a shit about anything you're ever going to do about yourself, you know? Holy crap, that hit for how long? What is your ping, sir? It's 140, but it pings up. Oh, it pings down and up and all over the place. All right, so it's up, down, all around, and sideways. Amazing. I'm actually tempted. That would be really brutally mean. We are going to pick up Baby Curry Mammoth actually fairly early here to avoid being as badly shunted around by Jimmy, to avoid being stunned as long by Frog, and probably most importantly, to have a snowball's chance in heck of getting out of Black Hole on occasion, which is arguably the most important thing we could be doing. Please, thank you. Get rid of that stuff. Our job here as a Leon today is to be our team's initiator, and it is to make sure that we can go in where no Leon has ever gone before. We can do that relatively easily, but that does mean that we need to get farmed first. And there are easy enough ways to do that with Leon. He can push like a beast. He hits multiple units every time he left clicks. It's all good for him. We can also be a force to be reckoned with and put out a decent amount of damage fairly quickly on a variety of people without them having any option, you know, way of dealing with it. So, yeah, keep that up. We're going to go ahead and clear out this top lane, which didn't take very long, thanks to Tongue hitting droids once on the way out and once on the way back. It's a nice little way to kind of farm things a little bit more quickly. Hey there, Jimmy. Whoop! Get back here, buddy. Get roasted. Now be careful, there is a Sentry. So that was a solid Tongue kill as far as I'm concerned. I'm starting to notice that my Tongue is starting to land a little bit more often than it might have back in the past. But it is still not a perfect score as far as my accuracy goes with that ability. It is still probably the most important thing to be able to learn to do as a Leon. If you can land your Tongues, you have an instantly much higher success rate with the character. It's just, that's the way that particular plan works. Oh, shit and balls, he juked my Tongue. What else is new? Unfortunately, nothing cool there. We don't have our Tongue to deal with Jimmy, which kind of stinks, unfortunately, but that's probably okay. Whoop! Get tongued, and the Baby Curry Mammoth saves. What else is new? Back upstairs, grab the HP on the way up, and we're probably going to be okay, because Jimmy's going to attempt to charge us. We're not going to care. Excuse me. Nope. Get back here, sir. See, what I'm trying to do is I'm saving my Tongue for when it matters the most. I know he's going to attempt to charge. The missiles are not a big important part of things that I need to stun or stall yet. It doesn't do enough damage to scare me right now. What's more important to me is that oh, Jesus, that was a miss and a half. Kelvin here is actually impossible to hit with anything I want to hit him with. We might be in trouble if I'm not careful. Thank you for backing off and making my job a little bit easier. Okay, sweet Jesus. Okay, Go invisible. Now play it safe. You know Frog's around, and he can burst you super hard. Your invis is also about to wear off. So you know what? Be elsewhere. Be unpredictable. Be where they're not expecting you to be. Be annoying. Be there at the worst possible time. Have the best timing for you and the worst timing for them. That's effectively the mantra to a... Oh, God Lord. I'm so mad at myself. That's the mantra of a good invisibility character. If you can be where they don't want you to be and hit them where they're weakest all the time, then that's exactly what you're looking to do. Now, I am not going to be able to land that kill, unfortunately. Not even close. How are we doing, really? Like, when I look at this honestly, how am I actually doing? So far, it could be worse. We're going to hang back just a little bit. And we're not going to do anything at all, because Kelvin's there, and Kelvin's apparently impervious to my ability with the tongue. Which ability? You know, what ability, you might be asking? To which I say, haha, you're hilarious. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard you say. I really wish that you were nicer to me, but that's okay. You're just a viewer, and you're allowed to, you have the right to be as mean or as nice as you like to be on the internet. Just don't expect to not get judged for it. Boink! Get chopped! And let the poison flow through you. That was actually an awesome time to tongue. That guaranteed a kill that might not have happened otherwise. Now, there is a sentry here. Boink! Get silenced, and then back the heck off like a little baby. Oh, does he die to poison? He does not die to poison, which is a shame. We are going to go downstairs, actually, and start dealing with this droid wave. Hopefully pick up some solar as well. How are we doing solar-wise? 320. Not awful. Is he going to grab this? I am going to grab it then as a result. We are actually going to drop down here, and while invisible, we're going to see if this sentry decides to stick around. No, he did not. That's okay. We're going to go ahead and push this down as fast as possible. Pardon? Oh, his Wheeling got it. That's a thing. He didn't charge up his black hole or anything, so I'm not exactly worried about him showing up out of nowhere and not dealing any damage to me, but that's okay. Let's play it safe for a minute. I'm gonna go, wah! And now they think I'm around there, when in reality, I am not! Psych! It was me. It me! Be safe. Yeah, Frog's looking for it, and he can honestly just take you. Unless if you do that to him. See the difference between a frog that kills and a frog that bills you know, a check that gives you a check that gives you money. This is what I'm trying to get at here. Between a frog that kills you and a frog that pays you is a frog that is tongued first, or tongued in the middle of NATO, or a frog that actually manages to find you in your sleep and murder you. You know what? In this particular case, it might be best to go for something a little bit different. As much as I love Tongue Stretcher, let's try going for a little bit of attack speed. I've got a feeling about this. So the reason why I'm going attack speed over backstab right now is because attack speed is admittedly a little expensive, but then on top of that, it's very consistent damage. You know what I mean? Like, if we put it out and we start left-clicking a droid wave, that droid wave is going to go down faster regardless of what side we're attacking it from. This turret will take more damage from the front because we're able to attack faster from the front. We're able to do more damage more quickly this way. Okay, that's a dead man. Boink! That's right, get silenced! Okay, get chopped a little bit, and then we're going to continue to chop this up a little bit. And look at this, our push is actually astounding. Now, I'm kind of waiting for him to do his teleporting nonsense. Whoa, look at that, it's a Leon! Oh, it's not the real Leon, though. He doesn't know I'm still here. He could probably guess. That was the exact opposite of being unpredictable. That was being incredibly predictable, but that's fine. In that particular case, I wanted to make sure that if he showed up for any damn reason at all, that we had his number, you know what I mean? We're actually going to bust down here for a second, then we're going to pop down here for just a minute, and then deal some extra damage to him. He's maybe going to die to damage over time. Maybe, which would be great if he did. I don't think he will, but it's a very... It was a potential chance. It is now no longer. Look at that. I went invisible. Ooh, where could I possibly be? Get stuck behind the saw blade of reality. And now look at this. We got a turret that we can just smash to pieces. That's right. Get over here. If that dude shows his face. Now, the bad news is he's got a black hole that's actually fairly large. We don't want to get too close to that right now. Otherwise, we're going to have a bad time. Excuse me? What was that charge out of Jimmy, though? That was a mistake. Okay, so far I'm liking what we're doing. So far I'm enjoying that our plan seems to be working. We have a silence, we have extra damage. Admittedly, it's not maybe the right damage to have. But, you know, don't say no to attack speed, really. It's not as bad, I think, as some people might make out initially. It's not as good as burst damage. I'll be the first one to tell you that. But with Leon, just doing any damage fast is not a bad plan, really. Backstab would be a faster way of dealing with droid waves, which is a concern. Absolutely, it's definitely something to keep in mind. Yeah, you don't have much going on there. Although now you do. Oh god, our poor Na, and that's kind of my fault. I tried to put a clone in the way to absorb some of the missiles, but that didn't work out as well as I would have hoped. I missed. Pardon? That was not good. Okay, take this. Run. Go up here. Make sure the frog doesn't get. It's mine now. Thanks. Sorry. You know, you get to just not get that HP. That's what matters to me. Almost got the lick trick on that guy, and oh my lord, this sentry's actually trying to be as obnoxious as possible. Save your tongue for when it matters, because right now it does not matter that much yet. Don't worry about it. Grab this thing instead. He just teleported downstairs. That's okay. Drop this in front of the turret, and the clone will actually deal with the majority of the work. Boink! Take some damage right there. Okay, so I'm realizing what we need to do next. So as much as sword damage is great for doing push and for doing damage to people, and why, you know, attack speed is actually a great time. Whoa! No, you don't get to dash my Na friend. You instead get to land directly into the drink that is Poison Spit, and take a great big drink of the sip and grip. Oh my lord! That almost worked like a dream. That almost did the trick. That tongue was reflex, pure reflex. And it almost worked. Oh yeah, that's right, baby curry mammoth, baby. That's been a fantastic pickup. I'm not unhappy with that at all. Now that clone is going to suggest that I'm still there, but they are so wrong. I'm going to be down here instead. I'm going to just let that flyer do its thing for a minute, because the flyer is not going to do anything to the turret. Oh Jesus! What? No. How about you don't go anywhere? Nice, got an easy kill. Alright, that was a solid tongue on our part. Managed to destroy the NATO, which is important. If you can interrupt Frog's NATO, it's a very nice thing to be able to do. We're gonna go ahead and pick up the damage. Ooh, is that the damage we want, though? We're using this damage far more often, and admittedly, it's not perfect, but I'd rather have that. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that, absolutely. The reason why I went for the more expensive damage upgrade was because it actually works on droids, which will allow us to actually push a little bit faster, maybe get a little bit more solar sometimes. And it's honestly not that much more expensive for the damage it does. Now, we are going to go for both damage upgrades eventually. That's a no-brainer to me. As much as I said Tongue Stretcher in the beginning would be amazing, we're actually having a good time. We're actually having a good time with landing our tongues right now. I don't know why, and I don't know how, but I'll take it. Maybe we're being more interesting with our use of invisibility? I don't know. Oh man, if we had backstab, he'd be dead. Oh, he's dead anyway. Never mind. We don't need to be the one getting the kills. We can let our team get the kills. That's fine. I don't mind. Weep. No, I don't want to be a part of that. So that's gonna be a big black hole. Be careful. Yep, that just got our friend killed. Oh, that's a very, very dead turret. I should have been there. I'm sorry. Yeah, we're not going to chase him for that, unfortunately. That seems like a terrible decision. As much as I would have liked to have gone in there and gotten some revenge for my friends, there's no way that was an intelligent decision. We would have just died for it anyway. We don't have enough damage yet on our left. Like, yet. Big yet there. Now, this puts us in a really stupid position, because now we have no means of escape, really. Oh, Jesus. If he dashes again, we're toast. And what? That worked? I'm a little mad. That Jimmy. Holy crap, I'm a little mad. What I was trying to say was that we could not get the kill over sustained DPS. And maybe now's the time to change that as well. Do we need more burst? We could definitely use it, and it'd be super helpful against Frog still. And Frog's the one that we're trying to keep down as hard as possible. But I also want enough sustain to be able to take out the other two. And since 2 out of 3 of them are tanks, that might just be better for us. So I'm going to go ahead and go for Chainsaw add-on. It's not as good as Backstab for clearing, but it is far better for dealing with one-on-one head-on, face-to-face kind of fights between me and Frog, like that last one that we just had. That would have allowed me to maybe even get a kill there instead of dying, which would have been great. I would rather not die, honestly. Under most circumstances, that's probably true. No. Yeah, there we go. Now, bounce. Good stuff right there. I want to go on the Overman. But we're not going to be able to do that today. We're a little bit low on the whole HP front. Happily, our Scree is an actual baller. Andy is a very good Scree player. I now recognize the name. Hey, Andy, how's it going? I needed to head home. Nah, I don't have any HP, and I'm very sorry for that. Ooh, do I want to go for Clover of Honor or for Backstab at this point? One actually does damage to bases. I think we're at mid-game now. We should have at least one rank in pills. That would be wise. All right, so with that said, what do we do next? Are we an assassin, or are we going to be an annoying clone-pushing jerk? I think against these guys, the annoying clone-pushing jerk is a tempting idea, but maybe not the smart one. No. I'll help take that, thank you very much. Okay, so that's a team wipe, that was huge. So, going for the clone-pushing jerk seems like it's maybe a great idea, but I'm thinking maybe it's not. Maybe it's not so hot after all. And the reason why I'm thinking that is because we are doing so much better as a sneaky assassin than as anything else. Alright, Jimmy's probably going to come out in a second. Yep, there it is. If he charges out, we've got his number, but I don't think I'm going to let that happen to me. No silence for you. Or get silenced, please, and that's going to allow her not to actually escape. That was an on fleek tongue? Is that the... How dead is that particular saying by now? How uncool did I just try to be, is my question. Like, I was trying to be uncool, but I was just wondering how uncool was I trying to be, and did I succeed in that? Oh, we're going to take some damage. That is almost 1,000 damage. It is time to run like a little baby face. Holy cow, please get me out of here. Okay, so good news is, we've done that. We got out alive. Our clones managed to get another kill there, and we're going to be able to go out and help our friends stay alive, maybe. Wouldn't that be nice if we got a well-timed silence tongue or something like that? Okay, never mind. It's okay. We don't need to land that tongue anyway. I'm going to head home for just a second. Since I have a lot of solar, we could go for more burst damage. You know what? Fine. Let's do it. While we got the chance, I don't see why not. There's literally no bad reason to do it. It's damage is damage at that point, and since it is such a strong damage upgrade against other players, it does the job that we want it to do. Now the trick is, what do we want to do for our... Oh my lord, he almost died. If we had just a little bit more sustain. Do we want to go for backstab, or do we want to go for crit? And I'm thinking, if we're going for an assassin-y build on the cloak, which is what I think we want to do, then we're going to want to seriously think about getting the backstab instead of the assassinate, since the assassinate, as good as it is, does come with the additional downside. Well, boink, welcome to the party, sir. He did not disappear, that's fine. He's got misses, that's going to hurt a lot. But not enough to stop me from... Oh my god, run! I'm scared of the Frugo, and everyone should be scared of the Frugo on occasion. He's a strong character when utilized properly. Now, how's this sentry look? Oh my lord, that sentry's looking very strong. Get me out of this hell! Nope, I'm going to die instead. Second death of the game. That's okay. I think we've got this anyway. Like, going for backstab means we do a lot more damage to people who are running away, and we do tend to find people who are running away more often. That might just be our best bet. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up... Ooh, or do we? I mean, we're not going to get to the base in time either way. I don't think our team's going to actually let that slide. Like, Andy's low. He's going to teleport home. Actually, you know what? Can we trust ourselves to get the second hit every time? The answer is easily no. So let's go ahead and grab ranks of backstab. There, that was easy. We know we're not good enough to go for Clover of Honor, so go for backstab. Backstab's more reliable in the sense that at least when they're running away, I can do a metric crap ton of extra damage for literally no reason at all. Plus, it allows me to clear out Droid Wave super fast, which is hilariously fun. Now, do I want to initiate on this? The answer here is no. Sorry, Andy. This is not a good time for it. What it is, however, a good time for is time for running away, unfortunately for me. Put out this... what? That only hit once? I'm just gonna bounce for a minute. Or play it safe. I'm not sure which. No. Oh, God. I played this all wrong. Can we win this right now? No. This is not a good time to start feeding the enemy team a bunch of deaths. No, I would suggest that we get out of there. I need some HP first. But if you do want to keep going, I don't mind. I don't mind. That's okay. If you do want to keep going, that's okay. Don't mind me, and you'll see a world of pure imagination. Have a tongue. Okay. Oh, that's a big black hole. That's a very large black hole. Let's not get caught up in that right now, shall we? I have been kind of relying on my job as the resident tongue. I'm not sure if that's the right idea or the very wrong idea. It's both kind of bad ideas, really. All you want to do with Leon is not be relegated to just the tongue. Like, if you're just the tongue, then there's better characters out there. You could be playing this character a lot better. Oh, that's a big black hole, maybe. We did not lose our gnaw on that. Are you surprised? Oh, get that tongue, get that tongue, get that kill! That's the shit right there. We took 1,200 damage from this sentry. No character should pull that crap off. Oh, God. Oh, no, it doesn't matter. That was a good GG. Well played. Okay. But yeah, you don't want to just be the tongue. You want to be able to use your sword as well. Because otherwise Leon is literally half the character he should be. So we won, which is nice. And considering my record with Leon, that's rare as well. How did we do? Well, we got carried. Holy crap, look at what Andy managed to pull off. See, this is what a good Scree can do. And I mean this sincerely. Scree is bananas. He is such a good character. Like, he is bordering up on the top end of all the characters, I would say. Just because of the amount of damage he can put out, his totems. Like, if he's played well, he is bonkers. We did manage to keep our early game relatively safe, and we did save our teammates multiple times with very well-played tongues. That was cool. I don't think I've ever done that as Leon that frequently before. We didn't get a huge number of kills, which for an assassin is a little bit odd. We didn't get a lot of experience either, which for someone who can push as hard as Leon can is also a bit odd. We did the least turret damage, we got the least solar, we only got, well, we got a little bit more experience than our Gnaw did, which I found sehr intéressant. And as far as kill participation went, out of a total of 22 kills, we were only there for 15. So, what could we have done better? I mean, I think our upgrade choices up to... Okay, I think our first two upgrade choices were good. The rest of them, I think, were all 100% debatable. But what we could have done better, and what when I think about it, should have done, is go for backstab maybe a little bit earlier. There were a couple of kills we could have gotten throughout the game where it was a lack of sustained damage, and if we had been landing backstabs, we might have been better off. Some people also don't like going for attack speed. They'd rather go for damage, like we did, backstab, and for Clover of Honor. Triple damage on his left click. And if you can land all your left clicks consistently, that is disgustingly strong. However, I know me well enough that I can't do that. And this is maybe a bit of a noob trap, and I should learn, but Sharp-Edged Razors was a fine pickup, I felt, for me. But despite that, it was a lack of sustained damage that actually forced us to not get some kills that we could have used. Best pickup of the game? Baby Curry Mammoth. Bar none. There were several black holes that we just walked out of. I barely noticed the sentry early game. It was that easy to kind of ignore them. With that said, I feel badly for the Frog, who had literally nowhere he could go without taking damage or dying. Or just, getting silenced and then dying to one of these two. I felt badly for the Jimmy, who could not be as aggressive as he wanted to be without getting tongued or dying. And then, yeah, Sentry did the best that Sentry could. Honestly, Sentry was the only character that had a chance in this particular matchup because he can afford to sit back and play it really, really safe. The other two characters, Jimmy and Frog, had to play aggressively. Or at least felt that they had to play aggressively. I'm not so sure about that. But hey, you know what? I'm not them. They weren't me. They made their choices. I made mine. And Andy won us the game anyway. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Hope you folks enjoyed yourselves. If you did, be sure to let me know. Hit the like button down below. And if you want to see some more, subscribe for some more videos. I'll see you folks next time.